went, and is there something that you did not get covered that you go back over in your head what was said just now? Is there anything that you wanted to say to get out there?
I feel like that it went very well. Ultimately, the voters of Arkansas will be the ones that's actually going to decide won or lost. And of course, I always come to that sort of thing with sort of humility, and that's who I am. And I want to be who I am. And I think that the voters of Arkansas actually got communicated to them really who I think I am.
Any other questions? Tell us a little bit about why you deserve the vote more than, say, Mr. Brown.
Well, I think that one of the things about this office is it does actually impact something that's fundamental. And coming to the office from the standpoint of understanding that we have this fundamental American value that we all agree upon, whether we're Republican, Democrat, Green, Independent, or uninterested in collective parties, but extremely independent. We have a value that we all agree upon, and that value is fair elections. And Mr. O'Brien always talks about having a plan, but fundamental to every plan is first having a vision and a mission, and being able to communicate that vision and mission. And I think that whenever people understand my vision and mission, they'll understand that there's underlying ideas, tons of ideas that I have will bring to it, but I want to create our plan, a plan that makes Arkansas better, an Arkansas plan, not a Mark Martin plan. And again, I think that really comes back to what foundationally we need in this office, and I think that's the reason that I will make a better candidate, a better Secretary of State.
We have a question of Capitol security that Brian, I want to ask you basically, you've got the state capitol, which you want people to come to, visit and celebrate state government, but at the same time, unfortunately, in Arkansas, we've had recent history of political terrorism. Keeping the Capitol safe, what's the compromise there? How do you approach that?
And I think that fundamentally it is a compromise. I think that very, very much what we need to do is actually understand what the varying threat levels. There's a reason why we have various threat levels that actually get published to abide by. I think that Charlie Daniels has actually made a very good choice and has achieved a good balance of making the Capitol a place that's open and very accessible to people to come in and go about and meet our legislators. I think that the Capitol Police, they're the ones that are the professionals. And as someone that is more likely to rely on a professional rather than my own opinion and my own experience, I'll rely on those professionals to tell me when a heightened security is necessary, but one of the things I want to do is I never want to lock away our legislators from the people, so that I'll probably maintain a policy very open like Mr. Daniels currently does.
I asked the question earlier. In Missouri, the people are actually allowed to go armed in the Capitol. What do you think about having that go armed in Arkansas?
One of the things that I am is actually very pro-Second Amendment, and the Second Amendment gives the right to keep and bear arms. Now, that's currently prohibited in certain areas. I don't intend to actually be an activist as a Secretary of State. As a legislator, I was an activist that pushed for open carry in very many locations. As a Secretary of State, I don't want to actually engage in being an activist and pushing issues. You won't have me opposing it, that's for sure.
Anything else?
Thank you.
You should have been there.